Hi everyone and welcome back to part 2 of my skill point video in Ratchet and Clank 2. I should have actually called it how to get most skill points because I'm not going to actually be getting every single one of them. I will tell you how to get them, I just won't get them myself. And yeah, I know that seems... Actually, you know what? I'll try... Well, mainly because... the reason why I say that is mainly because some of the skill points take forever to do. Like some of them you need to get the max nanotech, which is honestly just grinding, and then another one you need to get all weapons at max rank, which is honestly something you can only do with New Game Plus, which is honestly grinding, and another one is hover bike races, which I'm not good at. Anyway, right now I'm on planet Tabora, this place where you can, well, it's a mining area, and reason why I'm here is because there's one of the skill points called how to I think it's called heal your chi. Just gonna check it. Yeah, here it is. It is called heal your chi. So what you have to do to get this one is you have to get every single crystal on the map. The thing is, you don't actually have to like keep the crystals. You can sell them to the dude who will buy the mystic at this place who will buy them off you for bolts. You just have to collect every single crystal. However, I don't know why I do this, but I actually no, I know why I do this. So I really like to go and get every single crystal, but not sell them to the mystic. And I like to think of it as Ratchet actually going on a journey to get himself spiritually enlightened and like keeping the crystals, because if you go into the items menu, there's actually a description for them. So, mined from the steaming hot sands of the Tabora desert, these crystals exert a cosmic energy detected by those attuned to it. By and large, they are valueless, except to those who hear the call. So, I like to imagine that Ratchet, after like collecting it after about I think like let's say 30 of these, starts to hear some sort of really pleasant like some really pleasant tunes. Oh, in fact, I know I'm gonna edit in the video right now and just stay silent for a minute what I think the crystal would sound like, because there's a certain really lovely track in Warframe that plays when you're on a certain planet. So I'm gonna find that, get it, and edit it into the video so you can see what I think it would sound like as you slowly get closer and closer to the crystal. So yeah, that pretty much covers it. That's what I think the crystal would sound like. Maybe I should have actually not talked right away, because maybe I should have like let that song actually play out for a little longer, because it is a really nice song. But yeah, that's what I like to imagine that Ratchet hears the crystal sounding like, and then even more so once you smash it, actually collect it. Now the funny thing about Tabora is the crystals actually offer you nanotech, and that's pretty much the only way to heal. So after you've harvested all the crystals, then there's not really much of a way to heal here. But it shouldn't matter once you reach the really late level, because you can just kill these enemies like there's no tomorrow, and they don't really like bother you, as you can see there. That's just with the mini nuke. Sure, it's got an acid mod on it, but I mean, even without any mods, you could just kill these things in one hit once you get the mini nuke. Now, that would pretty much cover it on the planet, but yes, right on cue. This thing. So, generally, when I first played this game when I was much younger, I didn't even know you could kill it. In fact, I wouldn't blame you if you thought you couldn't kill this thing, and all you should really do is run away from it with its, like, terrifying laser eye beam. However, thanks to the mini rocket tube, I was like, this is ages ago, by the way, when I was like 8 years old. I'm an adult now, by the way, so yeah, as I said, ages ago. So thanks to the mini rocket tube, it done this. It locked onto the enemy, and I was like, wait, if it locked onto the enemy, that means I could probably shoot it, right? I did this, and did it again, and yeah, as I figured out, the crystal... Oh! It actually does make a ringing noise when it gets close to you. Oh, that's lovely. I mean, it always made a ringing noise, but it never really clicked in my head that that was actually like the crystal calling out to you or something. Maybe it's not calling out to you, but I like to imagine that's the case, like that Ratchet's actually attuned to it. Yeah, so, these big things here, you can actually hit them with the mini nuke because of the mushroom cloud that flies upwards. That's one of the reasons why I love the weapon. Now, I could just, up at this point, leave this planet right here, and because you pretty much know what you have to do, just collect all the crystals. But I want to show you 2 ways that can make crystal finding for you much easier. Actually, 3. Okay. So first off, the first thing okay, let me defeat these stupid little fireflies, because I need everything dead around the area so it doesn't distract my turrets. What do I mean by turrets? Well, of course, there's more enemies. Go away, please. Oh yeah, by the way, this thing would do a lot more damage if I had worse armor. It used to do like 2 or 3 pips of damage per hit. Right, so as I was saying, one of, in my opinion, the best weapons for defeating this enemy is the Mega Turret Glove, which was originally just a Mini Turret Glove. When non-upgraded, this thing, like right now it shoots missiles, but when it's not upgraded, it will just shoot lasers, but like rapid fire, like you were holding down the trigger of an assault rifle. So, yeah, this thing is, in my opinion, one of the best weapons for defeating it. And if the turrets don't start shooting it, just back away like so, because this thing, whatever you call it, I'll look it up in just a minute, will try and come closer to kill you. If it's not, like, if you start backing away. And if you back away too much, then it pretty much just hides itself back in the sand. In fact, I'm going to show you what that looks like. Oh, and while I'm out here, I might as well show you the, so that was, well, there actually are a few weapons which I recommend killing these things with. Just need to get to another one. Alright, so let me just think. Oh, yes. The Vaporizer is another weapon which I recommend using against these things. It's excellent. So again, like before, just like before, I'm gonna kill all these, like, dune bug things, or whatever you call them. Sand crawlers. Wait, no, that's from Star Wars. And I'm going to show you why, in my opinion, the Vaporizer is the best thing for defeating this. So here's my tactic. You keep letting it zap. You, of course, equip the gun. Just keep letting it zap, and then eventually, it will stop zapping. Then when it stops zapping, you aim like, really close to it and fire the gun. It killed it in 1 hit since it's upgraded to the Vaporizer, but if you just have the pulse rifle at this point, it should work just about as well. Why am I going here? There's no real point to. I'm trying to find another one of those big dune crawler things. I know they're around here somewhere. Ah, here's one. Alright, so another weapon I really recommend is this one. It originally starts off with just being called the Seeker Gun, and it fires one like little homing rocket that locks onto enemies. But afterwards, it turns into the H2K gun, or KK gun, and it fires multiple. And as you can see, it's actually stunning that big dune thing. So, yeah, as I said before, excellent weapon to kill it with. Right, so that pretty much covers the weapons I'd use against it. But now, I want to show you one of my preferred methods of travel around this place. So again, if we just go into the gadgets here I have, these are the charge boots. I explained them before in the previous video when I used them to rocket over to the Megacorp Arena in the Marktar Nebula. I would call it a planet, but it's not. It's kind of a floating space platform. So you double tap R1, or whatever your crouch button is, and it sends you rocketing off into the distance. Your speed does get slower as you continuously travel, as you can see here, but it still allows you to avoid one of these things. I'm pretty sure you didn't... Yeah, as you can see here, I didn't even get hurt by it. As you can see there, it's just off in the distance, not really being able to hurt me. And, as I said before, if you move far enough away, as you can see there, it will just go back to its original spot. And then, put itself down into the ground again, where it used to be, and it will break out of the ground again once you get close. Oh, by the way, the monsterpedia manual for these things actually describes them as hiding in piles of wreckage. I might as well show you right now. So yeah, if you go into help, this is the only Ratchet and Clank game which actually holds a monsterpedia. So every single thing I've killed here, it actually displays here and even tells you a little bit of lore about it. In fact, yeah, okay, that's kind of terrible naming. It's called Swamp Monster 2 because this is Swamp Monster 1 apparently. This is just like a monster. This is like kind of a Loch Ness monster thing that you never see the actual body of. You only see its eye stalks and its tentacles, which it smacks you with. But yeah, this is the thing which I call a toad or something. And it says here, it's actually, this is thought to be the elusive mud beast that spawns the other things. So yeah, this mutant swamp beast, which looks like a snail, apparently this is actually its mother. So if you didn't, if like you kept on killing these and like realistically, let's say in the okay, since this game isn't like super realistic, even if you keep killing these over and over again, you won't really reduce the population. Every time you go back to the planet, they will be there. But realistically, if you killed this one and kept on killing these, eventually the snails would stop showing up. So anyway, I'm just gonna go over to the dune crawler thing. Yes, a desert dune monster, and it says that these things actually they like to disguise themselves as piles of rubble, and then they come out and attack you, which I imagine was wreckage, which I imagine is a very big surprise to scavengers. In fact, I imagine inside the pile of rubble is actually scavenger bones because these things would like zap them and not fully eat all of them, or sometimes their laser eye would fry them too much. Yeah, so this pretty much almost covers covers one of the ways I like to move around, which is the charge boots. But there is, of course, another way, and it's actually a good way to get raritanium. Well, it would be if I didn't mine it all. So if you come over to this part of the map, and of course have the charge boots, I mean not charge boots, but gravity boots equipped, you can just walk up here, and then you're able to enter this mining vehicle, and as you can see here, just by me holding down X, or A in this case, it is much, much faster than the charge boots. But it is also quite weak, and let me show you what I mean. So if we go up to one of these dune crawler monsters, it will start attacking me, and if you don't dodge, yeah, as you can see, the mining vehicle cannot take many hits, and there, like, as soon as it takes its final hit, it's just broken. If you want to get another one, in fact, I'm going to test this right now to make sure, but I'm pretty sure that once the first one breaks, another, like, I'm not sure if another one may spawn on top of this thing here. Also, if you wanted to go raritanium mining, it's very simple to explain. You just once you hop in the vehicle, you will get a mini-map in the bottom right corner of the screen, and oh good, so it does spawn there again. And little in fact, actually no, it's the bottom right of the screen. It's the top right of the screen. So I'm going to put an arrow in editing as well, pointing to it right about there. Arrow should be appearing now. And little yellow dots will appear on the map, and then once you get close to the yellow dot by flying over it like so, you just press square, or in this case X for me since I'm using an Xbox 360 controller, and you start drilling like so, and then you just wait for the progress bar, which we're going to put another arrow pointing to fill up, and once that's done, you have successfully mined a piece of raritanium. In fact, there's another planet later on, an ice planet that you can find where you can mine the same stuff. So anyway, that was a bit long. In fact, at the start of the video, I'm just gonna put like a section where you can skip some of my rambling, because honestly, in my opinion, I did ramble a little too much with that. But anyway, on to the next planet. So, oh wait, I forgot. This testing facility here actually does have a skill point you can get. By the way, this is one of my favorite planets to come to if you ever need to earn money, and I'll show you why. Right, so here's the reason why. These crates here have about 100 bolts in them each. So they got the box breaker, you can just smash them like so. See, right there, just about like 1,000 bolts already. and 1,000 more. And the best thing is, those crates there will continuously spawn. The chicken bots give a good amount of money as well. And so do the enemies here. And the best part is, if you just go into the options, then save your game, which I'm going to do right now, because I've actually just earned a bit of money. And then you click load game, you are able to, it will like make you basically fly back to this planet, and you can keep saving and loading your game, and each time the boxes will respawn if you don't mind a really, really boring grind. Anyway, that's not what I'm here for. What I'm here for is explaining the next achievement. So, there's an achievement here on Joba called Old School, and to get this one, you have to kill every single enemy here. Well, at least get past the level. Either kill the enemies or get past the level as well, using only Ratchet and Clank 1 weapons. I'm not sure if the wrench counts or not, but if you want to be on the safe side, just don't use the wrench, because there is actually a close combat weapon you can get that is almost as good as the wrench here, the Walloper, and it uses no ammo. Very big knockback. As you can see there, I was able to just knock the guy in the water, and I'm going to show you next how it works quite well against the little chicken bots as well. Oh, almost didn't activate that and jumped in the water. This is piranha-like sharks fish things here as well. Now, I'm pretty sure it is actually okay if you equip the different weapons from like the Ratchet and Clank 2 weapons, not just the Ratchet and Clank 1 weapons. But yeah. It's best if you just don't fire any of them, because as soon as, like, I'm pretty sure the achievement might become invalid if you fire a single shot. And in fact, yeah, might as well like show you the tactic I used to get past this. So it obviously helps if you got This is really weird. For some reason, that one guy didn't get knocked off into the water like I was trying to. Yeah, that's what I was trying to aim for. So you could, of course, try using what I call like the budget weapons, because some of the weapons from Ratchet and Clank 1 cost a little bit less. So the bomb glove obviously doesn't cost so much, and the Walloper costs a little less than the Visibomb gun. That one costs 15,000 bolts, so a lot more. However, you really will want to buy the Visibomb gun, and the reason why is because you verse a tank a little bit later on. Yeah, as you can also see here, it really, really helps if you got a lot of armor, because I've just decided, why not? I'm just gonna wallop them all. I can probably heal back this armor, and also the soldiers here even just shooting each other. Maybe this wasn't my best idea. Oh, more of them are teleporting in. Yeah. This pretty much demonstrates why it's good to just keep buying armor and getting the best ones, because yeah, sure, they did do a lot of damage to me, but I can pretty much heal a lot of it up just by smashing these crates here. Also, my Nanotech, like this yellow meter, I'm gonna put another arrow pointing to it right now. It's almost full, and when that happens, you pretty much you level up and you regain all your health. Ah, okay. So this is the part right here where I recommend like using the Visibomb gun, because of this tank here. I don't really even know how you'd actually kill it without the Visibomb gun. It's pretty tough. Oh, and this part here, I wasn't meant to do that. I wasn't meant to fall down here, because one of the best ways to beat all these chicken bots here is to just come up here. It wasn't just using Ratchet and Clank 1 weapons, I'd use the mini nuke again. You can just chuck the bomb glove, and it hurts pretty much all of them. Unfortunately, these, as you can see, are quite tanky little robots, so they don't die in one hit. They need a few. Oh, and one got stuck on the wall, because this is kind of an old game. Some of the bugs and glitches are still in it, but they aren't that bad, honestly, in my opinion, so they aren't too annoying. Yeah, so if you get close to this tank, start firing at you, and honestly, its range is a little decent. As you can see there, it hit me. And you also have these guys waiting down there for you. And the only way to actually get past here is to kill the tank, because the swing shot target won't appear until you killed it. Oh, it actually shot that ship down. So yeah, This is generally how you would kill it. Oh, by the way, how the Visibomb gun works is that you fire it out of its, well, you fire the gun, like the rocket out of its tube, and then you use the left analog stick to direct it. And if you fly too far away from your original firing point, the screen will start to basically pixelate and go gray, and that indicates you need to fly the rocket back to where you are, otherwise the rocket will just detonate midair and you'll be wasted. Yeah, so this weapon apparently, I forgot that it apparently isn't that good because it's taken a lot of bullets for it to actually kill, oh, not bullets, but rockets, for it to actually kill that tank there. Oh, and important thing to remember, you can't upgrade the Ratchet and Clank 1 weapons, so don't try continuously using them to upgrade them because that won't work. That's why they're like little XP bar here is blue, it's already full. You can't upgrade them. Yeah, so again, just using the Visibomb gun on these dudes in the tower. And I'm hoping that this guy's stuck to knock him off. Okay, apparently you need 2 shots anyway, so we don't knock him off in the first shot, the second one's kind of useless. I'm mainly killing these guys at the top, so they're not able to, like, shoot down at me and use the height to their advantage. However, these two, there's just 2 of them. Oh, if you also want this achievement to be easier, come back after you've already beaten the planet, because once you beat a planet, the enemies won't spawn as much. And like I said, gadgets are okay, since they're not technically weapons that you're using. Just dodging his fire, and whack. Now, at this point, I most likely should have gotten the achievement, but I actually didn't get it, because right at the start, if you remember, I used something rather like the mini nuke against the chicken bots. So, that's why it didn't actually count. But normally that achievement should trigger right when you've beaten all the enemies. You don't even have to go to, well, not achievement, but skill point. You don't even have to go to the end here. Oh, and an annoying glitch that sometimes happens here is that what's meant to happen is that once you've beaten this place, a taxi's meant to come right here. That'll take you back to the start. But sometimes the taxi won't come. If that ever happens, just save the game and load it again, because then your ship will fly in, you spawn right at the start, and you get to shoot the crates again. Also, if you didn't do this challenge properly and use like a Ratchet and Clank 2 weapon without realizing it, you can then smash the crates, use the money from the crates to buy all the ammo that you've now used up and kind of wasted, and then go at it again. But yeah, this is actually just what I was talking about, so the taxi isn't coming, so I'm going to use my own tactic, and that is saving the game, because I earned a bunch of money through doing all that, and then loading it. Which means, of course, all the crates will respawn. Yep, there they are. And I'm fairly sure that that's the only skill point that you can actually get there. So moving on to the next ones, the Megacorp Games and Planet Joba. This is actually the place I was talking about before, where you get the gravity boots, and of course the charge boots. And you also actually win another weapon, the Infiltrator, and the arena matches here can earn you a really large amount of bolts. So this is just in general a great place to go. Okay, so the first achievement I'm going to cover here is called Wrench Ninja 2 Massacre. It can be quite hard to do, because these are like the Barrow Tribesmen. They were a little bit strong, but these guys are much stronger. Oh well, that was actually useful. That's what I was talking about when your health upgrades. You get a Nanotech boost, and Nanotech gets boosted, and lightning will surge, whatever you call it, electricity, whatever, and all the enemies on the map will near you get hurt. So the second wrench achievement, the Wrench Ninja achievement, to do it, you need to kill every single one of these guys with just your wrench, which is why I'm doing that. Odd. For a minute there, I heard one of them spinning their swords. I thought there was one still around here. Now, the reason why this achievement can be very difficult is these turrets here. You're going to see why. However, if you have really strong armor like I do, you can, of course, get one of them, hop in a turret, and shoot all these friends up. And you only have to deal with him. Also, since I've got really strong armor, this is only taking off 1 pip of health at a time. And once that's done, you can just do that. I'm not using the turret against them because I'm not sure if that counts as part of the challenge. So, to stay on the safe side, in my opinion, just get heaps of health like I have, get one of the best armors in the game like I have, and just continuously whack the enemies. I'm not going to just leave it there. I am going to get through like this entire part because, well, there's parts like this where me showing you a few more tactics may be useful. So I'm running forward here, so this guy gets in the turret, because once he gets in the turret, you can then trick him into shooting every single one of these dudes. In fact, he even kind of wildly and blindly fires once you get too far away from him, because I guess these tribesmen here really just like holding down the trigger. Oh, the guys with the green lasers, by the way, you can actually get them to like hit their friends as well. Bouncing up and down so cutely. Oh, and if you get really close, he'll do like this kind of slam attack with a laser. It's actually makes it fly out even faster and it makes it even more deadly. But the good news is once they've done that, they kind of like throw the gun around like, aha, I hit the guy, even if they don't hit you. Unfortunately, I can't show you how to get past this part, but honestly, because I've already done it, but honestly, if you come here the first time, I recommend not trying to get the Wrench Ninja achievement the first time, because this puzzle here is honestly a bit stressful just by itself. Right, so my tactic here is going to be, since there's like dudes on the ground using all kinds of stuff to shoot at you, it's just going to be, take out the turret dudes first. Yeah, this is kind of annoying because the dude in the turret is actually constantly shoving me back into the turret, making me get inside it, which I actually don't want to do. Normally you want to be inside the turret, but in this case I don't, because I'm trying to kill every single enemy with my wrench. Well, except for the ones that kill each other, of course. Alright, so down here, I'm pretty sure I left the laser guy alive. Okay, I didn't. If he's alive, you can use him to kill his friends. If not, it makes this pretty easy, because then if you have a powerful enough wrench, your close combat generally beats the enemy's close combat. Right. So, at this point... Oh, I didn't know Ratchet actually said that. So at this point, you would go down here, and then you're able to go into the Megacorp games, and this is actually pretty much the end part of the level, and if you open up this, there's no enemy, because he's only there the first time. It's like one of those saw beasts, those purple things that could like eat you. So, reason why I'm going back here is because there's actually an alternate path with a one of the special bolts in it, and the reason why I haven't gotten the Wrench Ninja achievement is because I haven't killed everything there. So this is actually how you get to it. So this is actually a way you can now know how to get past the secret area. So you go here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go very close to the edge, but not actually jump off, because that can be potentially fatal because I can fall. So now what I'm doing is I'm trying to walk close enough so that I get a little mark. Okay, there's no marker. I'm just going to have to jump. Oh good, it worked. I was afraid I might fall off there. Oh, another one of those guys. The old laser dudes. I'm not killing him because I know there's like one of these things here. So, I'm trying to get him to kill it. There it is, the skill point. So yeah, if you aren't getting it and you're wondering why, you have to go over here. And, I'm going to leave that there, well, because I want to cover it. Okay, no, I won't get it. I was debating on getting it or not because I'm pretty sure I want to cover a video on how to get a bunch of platinum bolts because they're quite useful. They are a currency for getting the black market upgrades, which like are illegal weapon modification. And the reason why I haven't like left this planet immediately is because there's actually 2 other achievements you can get here. Yes, there's 3 of them. And the way you get them is something that's coming up just up ahead. So you just take this zip line. Then take this levitator pad up here. And yeah, the levitator is not one of my most favorite things in the game. It's like a jetpack, but it continuously runs out of fuel. When I was younger, I sucked so much at it and it would die so fast with it. Yeah, so this is the second arena in the game. This is the one I mentioned before that can get you a lot of bolts. And one of the achievements you can get... Yes, thank you, game, for making that show up. The Impossible Challenge. This kind of lives up to its namesake. It's something ridiculous, like 80 or 100 rounds. Like, to give you a bit of context, if I just go into one of these matches, as you can see, this one, the match for the gravity boots, the first ever one, it's only 8 rounds. So, you might be thinking, oh geez, 100 rounds doesn't sound that bad. Oh, it is. Even with a loadout like I have right now, you'd need to be doing tactics like I'm doing right now, which includes, like, smacking the enemies with your wrench. And some of the enemies you face in this arena, like these dudes here, they can really quickly, like, throw their flail at you, making you continuously need to, like, use your, wrench throw ability. And since you're going on for 80 rounds, your weapons generally will run out of ammo, and there's no way you can just get ammo in the middle of the battlefield, like by buying it from vendors. Yes, you can get it from ammo crates that will pop out of the floor, like this one right here, but you need to be on your toes and have a good amount of time. Like, you need to set aside a good amount of time to play the Impossible Challenge and beat it, because it is and beat it because it is so many rounds. So, one of the tips I recommend for actually beating the Impossible Challenge is, first off, get a bunch of ammo from your weapons. It doesn't matter how you get the ammo, just get a lot of ammo, get all your weapons to have full ammo, and make sure you bring just really good weapons into the fight. So stuff like the Mega Rocket Tube or the Mini Rocket Tube, the Blitz Cannon, and at this point I really recommend just grinding until you upgrade it to the Blitz Cannon, not have it as the Blitz Gun, because as you can see here, it really rips through enemies. Another excellent weapon to use against enemies for just keeping them at bay that I don't have right now is the Lava Gun. The Vaporizer is also an excellent weapon for killing these enemies, except it generally runs out of ammo really quickly, and that guy just ran into the lava like an idiot.
And the prize goes to Ratchet and the Metal Guy.
Yeah, but another thing I also recommend, and I'm just going to exit this arena so you're able to see like my health up there. Another thing I recommend is getting up to a stage where you almost, or like, get up to a stage where your health, like your experience to get more health is about halfway full. Because if it's about halfway full, then in the middle of the match you can get a Nanotech boost, which is the only way of actually gaining health. Like you get another little Nanotech slot, and the flash of lightning happens, like I explained before. Because that is one of the only ways you can actually get health back in the arena. Otherwise, you slowly lose it, and it will just keep chipping it away at you. Also, when you're in the arena, you also have to face 2 boss fights, which oh bother! I just remembered those boss fights are actually kind of difficult, so I really should cover how to beat them, because they are not just average enemies like you see me kill there. So I'm going to have to take this thing back right to where I was, but I will, of course, before that, buy ammo for pretty much all my weapons, even though I normally don't do that, because you will need some of your best guns to beat these bosses. Oh, the Ratchet and Clank 1 weapons don't matter. I'm not going to be using any of them to kill the boss. They're either too slow or unwieldy or something like that. Yeah, the bosses you fight are called the Arachnoid and Megapede. One's a giant centipede, and oh, don't worry though. If you have a fear of like if you have arachnophobia, it might not be that bad because it's a giant robo spider. It's not actually an actual spider you fight. It is pretty big, but honestly, just how okay, I mean, I guess it does act a bit like a spider, so I guess it's a bit of a problem if you have arachnophobia or some kind of bug phobia when it comes to millipedes or centipedes or stuff like that. Because this game is so old, I doubt it will be a way to mod it to make it so that the enemies look different. Like, for instance, with Skyrim, you can actually mod it so that all spiders and stuff are skeevers instead, for anyone with arachnophobia. Yeah, so this may be a skill point you're going to have to avoid. In fact, if you have either of those phobias, I'm gonna put a timestamp on the video now, letting you know where you can skip to so you avoid seeing it. But yeah, I'm gonna go into the match now.
The terror of Tarantia. It's shocking. It's amazing. Give it up for the Arachnoid.
Oh man, that noise is just so annoying. I'm just gonna. I do not want to hear that noise the entire time. So I'm just going to turn the sound down to 0. Right, so it spawns these little enemies called Nidbots here, which you can pretty much whack. And the thing about the Arachnoid is that you can't actually get close to him or her at all. Don't know the gender because it's a robot. Because if you do, it just jumps to the other side of the arena and will keep spawning these spider things. And then you get close, it jumps to the other side of the arena. So the way you have to kill it is with ranged weapons. However, the mini turret or mega turret gun is actually a really good weapon for killing this. This is what I recommend doing. So first off, kill the little spider things it's spawning as much as you can. Then you equip it. Then you kind of do a double jump towards it and throw the turret so that it's quite close to the Arachnoid, because if it's not close enough, they actually won't hit it. So now as you can see, they're actually shooting the Arachnoid. Then, once that's happening, you can kind of combo it with the mini nuke. I'm not doing this so well, because it's not actually hitting the Arachnoid. But yeah, if you generally launch it over in the general direction, you can hit it with some splash damage. However, one of the best weapons for killing this spider is actually the Vaporizer, if you can hit it right. There you can see I just shot it between its legs. So, in my opinion, the best way to hit it with this gun is no-scope it. I don't mean 360 no-scope, I just mean don't aim down the sights. I mean, you can, I guess. Just really quickly, then you fire. Well, that didn't work because there was a bunch of Nidbots in front of me and they took the blast. Kind of like a bodyguard would for a president. Yeah, so you just jump once, and then you fire, and you will actually stagger the Arachnoid as well. Then another weapon that's really great for killing it is the mini rocket tube, especially if it's got acid on it like I do now. So if you have a lot of ammo in it and the Arachnoid's almost dead like it is now, then you can just keep firing the weapon like so until you knock it off into the lava, and it dies. Oh, and also if the match hasn't ended yet, it's because one of these little Nidbots is still around. You actually have to kill every single enemy in the arena. So even though you can beat the Arachnoid, the match might not potentially be over. Yeah, so that's how to beat the Arachnoid. Then, of course, we have the Megapede battle. I'm just trying to remember, was there anything else, any other tips that I could mention about the Arachnoid? Not really any I can think of so far. So, for this fight, the attacks it does is pretty boring. It just keeps on throwing at these little bombs towards you. They'll basically they are really, really annoying. They constantly track you, and if one gets near you, they will blow up. And if you don't get away fast enough, they'll kill you. But a neat tactic I figured out is that the weapons like the Blitz gun can actually blow them up, so it can actually be used to kill it. So when facing the Arachnoid, don't use the multi-star or the chopper if you haven't had it upgraded, because it will try and chase it down, but as you can see, it really doesn't do a good job. Oh wait, it actually, oh okay, never mind, it does, it can actually hit it. So apparently I was wrong there. However, the multi-star can be useful for like these little parts of the Arachnoid that just break off. Oh, and if you're running very low on ammo, then you can use your wrench to kill those things if you have a lot of ammo, like I have. If you don't however have a lot of armor, don't try it. Okay, so another tactic of beating the Megapede is dodging these. Like let's say you just let a lot of these blow up, like so. Then you dodge them. You make sure they're in a good position. Really quickly aim at them. fire the gun and then keep moving immediately afterwards because this thing will pop out and start using its cannon against you. This is what I meant, by the way, by using a wrench to kill it. So you can see I'm getting hit a lot, but if you have really strong armor, you can pretty much tank the shots, especially with like a wrench I have now. The mini nuke, again, can be useful for killing the megapede, but what you want to do is wait until... Yeah, there. So what I did there was I waited until it got really close to the ground, because it will do that sometimes in its flight path. And if you're wondering why I didn't face a megapede piece just then... Oh, that was a flunk. It's because one of its pieces, I shot it while I was over the lava, so the piece just dropped into the lava. They sometimes will just do that. You don't know when they're gonna fall right into the floor, onto the actual battle arena or into the lava. But like usual, the mini rocket tube or the mega rocket cannon is one of the best weapons for defeating the megapede because of its awesome lock-on capabilities. As you can see there, you can pretty much see the rocket just curving and just smacking into its head. It's great. This gun, however, the mini turret gun or the mega turret gun, is not good for killing the megapede when it's upgraded because, as you can see here, the rockets take too long to catch up with it. But when it's unupgraded, it is actually useful for it because the rockets, they're much, much quicker. Oh, and apparently I actually managed to hit it with a few mega turret rockets because I guess it flew in front of the cannon. But yeah, I only a few are hitting it. I really don't recommend that for killing it. Just mainly stick with the mini rocket tube, and another great gun for killing it that I don't right now have is like the plasma coil. Yeah, and then of course once you hit the megapede enough, it'll spawn into like 3 of these pieces. And the best part about this part of the fight is that since the megapede isn't around anymore, these bombs won't respawn. So if you shoot them all and they're gone, they won't come back, and then you only have this annoying little turret thing to deal with. So yeah, that covers how to beat both bosses, and the reason why I was covering that is because that they are included in the Impossible Challenge. Also, another thing is that you've actually, as you've been probably gaining skill points as me, you've actually been unlocking cheat codes. So the first one you get for 5 skill points is Ratchet has a big head, and it makes his head absolutely gigantic. And the best thing about this is that the big head will actually work in cutscenes, which is, in my opinion, quite hilarious. Also, multiple cheats work with each other. So Ratchet in a tux makes him wear a tuxedo, which in my opinion makes him look a lot like a secret agent, which is quite snazzy in my opinion. However, you can make him look like an extremely idiotic secret agent by putting him in big head mode with the tuxedo on as well. I am going to keep the tuxedo on for now because I like it, but honestly, big head mode is too distracting. Right. Now, the last achievement or skill point that you can get on this planet, I'm just going to save here because I need a few things to respawn. So I'm going to actually save and load to get the things to spawn you need for the last skill point. Okay, so a few of them have apparently already flown away. The skill point is called Bye Birdies, and you have to shoot a number of these birds here. You can use weapons just like the Lancer to easily kill them. However, don't be afraid to use, like, let's say your Ratchet and Clank 1 weapons, like this Visibomb gun here, because the birds will fly away from you as soon as you get close. And some of these birds will continuously fly around the map like this one here, like those 2 there, or 3, but others won't do that. So I'm actually going to do a test here. I'm going to get right up here, jump on this taxi. However, I'm not going to take it. I'm trying to get as close to the... No, this isn't the closest angle I can get. The closest angle I can probably get is if I kill these tribesmen here. They should die pretty... Yeah, they're dying really quickly because I've got an acid mod in this gun. So even if the first hit doesn't kill them, the acid generally will melt through them and kill them. Oh, okay, so I didn't realize they actually flew this close to this certain part of the map. So you can try and hit them with the lance if you want. Just fire a lot of shots here. And just wait for them to get close. But I still want to see if I can hit one with the Visibomb gun, because that sounds like a real challenge to me. Okay. And... oh, I got it. So what I done there was you can actually press the fire button again to detonate it midair. So that's what I done there, because I didn't think I could actually like get close enough to the bird so that I could actually hit it. So I was just detonating it midair there. Also, just then I was trying to think of little intricate ways I could kill these enemies. I was thinking, like, what if I used the spider bot glove to just launch it right at them, and then try and make it like travel over these things? But nah, I don't want to do that. It's too much effort. I'll probably get hit in the meantime. Oh, right, I can turn the sound back on. I forgot. I'm not trying to concentrate in the arena anymore. Probably a bit weird hearing this without any sound. That should do it. Yeah, so you can see how much easier it is to kill these dudes when you don't actually have, when you're not trying to do the Wrench Ninja challenge. Damn it. I wanted to show how just... yeah, so this turret here, it actually fires even faster when you're in it, and it's great for killing these enemies. It does a very, very good amount of damage. So one thing, this is actually a tactic you can do here where you lead this thing out, and the best thing about these saw beasts is that they can't get in the turret because they're animals. They don't have like the correct appendages, and they also wouldn't be smart enough. You'd probably try to sit one of those things in the turret, and it would just like, it would use it as a potty and take a dump in it, honestly. Either that, it would start chewing it, and then maybe it would start chewing the controls while you're in front of the turret trying to do maintenance. Oh, okay, so these birds here, I'm again going to... wait, no. Yeah, I will use the Visibomb gun. I was thinking of using the spider turret glove, but I won't. So just there, and then... I didn't kill all of them, and I'm out of shots. So, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to again go with overkill and just... didn't work. At least these birds are oblivious to like the rocket blast going on around them. Damn, the rocket's arcing upwards. I don't want this to happen. It's too good at hitting the enemies. I'm trying to miss, damn it. Ah, I'm also out of mini nuke shots. But here's something that won't betray me, the sniper rifle. Yeah, and there's the skill point. So apparently that's all the birds you need to kill. However, I'm still... yeah, that's what I meant before when I was talking about in the previous video, where like Slim Cognito's ship options are unlocked because of that. Oh, and here's the best thing about the turret. Okay, you see this guy here? The turret actually makes you entirely invincible. So he is shooting the base of the turret, as you can see here. But if I face my back to him, he can't actually hurt you still. Which honestly makes no sense, but I love it as a bit of game design. You can just like... wail on these enemies. Oh yeah, and also, yeah, just like before. Turret, good at killing these things. So the reason why I'm not immediately getting off this planet and moving on to the next one is because, well... there are a few more birds here, except they are kind of hard to see, so I'm just showing you where they are, if you missed them earlier when I was, getting to the arena. Oh, and I might as well actually show you what the spider bot glove can do. So you launch it out, and then you either press the same button you used to fire it. So in this case, in my case, B, since I'm using an Xbox 360 controller. And then you're also able to just it will detonate once it gets close to an enemy. So again, oh wait, one of them just shot his foe. I mean, one of his friends. Like one of these tribesmen just shot his friend. I could hear it below. Yeah, so one of the awesome things about the spider turret glove... no wait, no, a spider bot glove, not turret, is that you can launch it in an area like this, and then run it off a ledge, and then sneak it behind someone and kill them. Oh, and if they are... in fact, yeah, I won't collect these, because another neat trick about it is that this actually functions like the player. So if you launch it, it's actually able to collect bolts. So one thing you could do that's really useful is, like, let's say there's an enemy that you know is in here. So I could collect these bolts over here, collect these bolts. Actually, okay, so apparently I can't open this with the spider turret glove, but let's say the enemy was in there, the detonation might actually be able to get through and kill them. But if you opened that before and then like jump back up here, you would be able to. Right, so what I'm trying to do here is get the right angle because there actually are birds on the zip line. As you can see there, all the way down. So if you missed a few of the birds, you could potentially just get them all here. As you can see. I don't actually enjoy killing these birds. I find them kind of cute, but I will do it once for a skill point, and also once to show all of you, the viewers. Right, so what I'm trying to do here is, let me just get out my sniper rifle and zoom in again. So what I'm trying to do here is, you see this part here, that's like the ending thing that makes you come off the zip line, otherwise you would just, well, you would keep going, but you'd hit the platform, it's really same thing. So what I'm trying to do is get this rocket launcher and aim at that part there, so the rocket will hit it and detonate and kill one of the birds, which actually worked. And now I'm just trying to aim at the bird itself. Yeah, so that is pretty much all the birds in the level. That's done. The skill point's done. It's called Bye Birdies, by the way, if you wanted to know. And, you know, this is actually dragging on for way longer than I thought it would. I thought this would be a lot quicker, but I didn't expect it to drag on for this long because I'm actually going quite in depth with all like these skill points, showing you how to get each of them. Well, except for the smashing ones because they're pretty darn obvious. You just smash stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there's actually going to now be a part 3 of this as well. So as this taxi just goes back to the start, I'll see you then.